Hello! Hello. Welcome out to Wargaming. I'm a whole day late. But welcome to the stream. My name's Mikey. Thanks so much for tuning in. Apologies for yesterday. I had a day and a half. But thank you to Mr. Q for being the best boy in the land and gifting a membership. Hello. Yes, I know I'm a whole day late. Lads, you don't understand what happened yesterday. It was actually awful. Actually awful. But welcome. Hello. Basically, today is the Monday stream on a Tuesday. It also means I'm live tomorrow morning for the morning news, which is going to be an extra special stream tomorrow. And Friday, we have a cool game with myself and Elliot. A great week lined up ahead. Welcome. Jamati, thank you for the gifted. And Sir Galahad, thank you for the 5, dude. Thank you for the 5, mate. Thank you. Really appreciate it. We have had an extremely catastrophic meteoric plummet from the lofty highs of 900 members. So today, let's try and hit 400. Okay. Let's try and get to 400 today. All right. That'll be cool. Okay. Because this is my incumbent. It's really down through the floor. But let's hit 900 at 400 today. And let's climb back up. Okay. Welcome. Hello. So I don't know if this counts as being late because it was just like fucking awful yesterday. So yesterday, if you don't know, I was supposed to stream. I was supposed to tell you about all the drama of the Age of Sigmar tournament I went to. And then my computer decided to not turn on. Okay. My computer didn't turn on. Raziel, thank you for the 18 months. That's almost half a year. Thank you for the 18 months, bud. Really appreciate you. And Stein, thank you for the 9 months as well, dude. Thank you for the 9 months. I really appreciate it. So, look, on Friday, you might have seen that I played Halo Flashpoint on stream. Actually, goated game. None of you fuckers tuned in. Actually fucking goated, all right? Actually, such a sick game. I had so much fun, right? Look, here they are. Here's a little whip of them from last week. I was painting them all last week. I was sharing it with the Parasocial gang. You should be a part of the Parasocial gang. If you want to become a Parasocial member, make sure you join at the tier, and you get to join the private WhatsApp group that gets to see all of the behind the scenes, okay? Actually, goated game. Really enjoyed it, okay? Saw the VOD, very good game. Yeah, thanks, John. Jamati, thanks for watching it later. That's someone who did watch it live. I called them Decknull twice as well. 24 hours late, that's going to be at least 6 clocked. Galahad, thank you for the 6 months, dude. I really appreciate it. At our Parasocial gang, because they saw these images before anyone else. Before anyone else who saw these. You know? But actually, goated game, right? And look, what happened was I came home and, well, actually, yeah, I actually didn't even come home Friday night. I went straight to Hull to a tournament, okay? After the stream, I literally drove straight to Hull. But then I got home Sunday night after having a great time, which we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the event tonight. I had a great time, okay? Really fun. But I came home to this. I came home and I was like, you know what? I just want to play a little bit of Combat Evolved because I've been playing the Age of Sigmar tournament, and all I've been thinking, right, I was thinking when I come home, I really want to play Combat Evolved. And I updated my computer when I got home, okay, because it was like, you need to do an update. Went to click Xbox in the corner, you know, like you do. Like you click down here, like this is my second monitor, so you don't see it, but you click on the little thing in the corner, it brings up all your running apps. Went to click Xbox. And I was like, I have an update. So I'll drop a quick update. And then it didn't turn back on. And it just did this all day yesterday. It was great. Okay. It was so good. And then I tried turning it on again. It was just this for an hour. Okay. And then finally when it loaded.
So 2 hours to finally get here.
It took me 2 hours to get to this window from boot up, right? For the boot media. And I didn't know which hard drive was which. I randomly wiped one, okay?
So many fucking...
I randomly wiped one because I was like, that's probably my boot drive, okay? And as you can see, it wouldn't wipe. No, thanks to the 15 months. Gino is Lowe's finally released about Friday stream. I hope you've learned your lesson. Now where are BA points? I don't know, but I'm streaming. I got a cool stream tomorrow. That's all I'll say. So I randomly wiped a hard drive, okay, to reinstall Windows, and then it wouldn't let me reinstall Windows. All right, wouldn't wipe. I booted the computer again. It took 45 minutes, but then it turned on. Turns out I've got a fucking faulty hard drive, which is not the boot drive, which wouldn't let me turn the PC on. Like, holy fucking shit, it wasn't the boot drive, and it wouldn't let me turn it on. I don't understand how that works. I don't understand how that works. I don't understand how a computer cannot boot with just one random hard drive not working. Are you play Halo? GDU crash your PC? Lesson learned. Literally. They fucked me over. So yeah, so I literally spent 12 hours yesterday to find out that one of my hard drives is broken. Now I'm back to my core hard drives, the ones I actually use rather than like cold storage. And we're back. So apologies for not being live yesterday. But my computer's fine. Thank God. It's just a fucking faulty hard drive. So we're going to do a catch-up of the news today, and I'm going to talk about what happened at the weekend. I think there's a really interesting conversation to be had about some things that were happening specifically to me, all right? Louis told me off. I was told off by Louis because he said I was trying to start a fight. I wasn't trying to start a fight, chat, but I did have to stand my ground at this event, okay? I wasn't winning any favorite player games because I had to deal with some bullshit, all right? So that's what we're going to talk about today, and it made me realize that maybe Games Workshop were onto something with the clock status, okay? Actually, spinning drive or solid state? Solid state, but I unplugged my old spinning drive as well. Did you cheat? No, I didn't. I've never cheated in an event ever. Do you know the cost of the new Kill Team box set? I don't know the cost of the new Kill Team box set. Speaking of the new Kill Team box set, did you see the new Kill Team box set? Actually goated. Actually goated box set in my opinion, alright? If you haven't seen it, obviously because Games Workshop have released a new edition of Kill Team, that is known as a launch box. It is not known as a starter box, okay? But they have announced the Kill Team box, the starter set, and I would say it was great, okay? It looks great. So it's a starter box with Kill Team Justian in it and the Death Guard heroes in it, which are some of the most expensive models to buy right now, as in modern. Some of the most expensive modern models to buy. And the Malignant Plaguecaster is one of the nicest Death Guard models ever made, right? And they're releasing it in a starter box, okay? They're releasing it in a starter box. So as you can see, it's a kill team of 7, very iconic, versus I think it's 7. Yeah, it's 7 versus 7. So you basically got like 2 mini heroes. They won't act like characters in kill team. But actually, these models are really nice. This captain, actually gorgeous. Does Kill Team Justinian include Brother Virgin? Yeah, that's Brother... I think that's Brother Virgin. Or that might be Brother Virgin. You know? We opened these on stream, right? It'd be 6-man rosters. Yeah, but still. It's 7 models each. Which is cool. So actually, great models because they're all the Warhammer Heroes ones. So they're basically just normal miniatures just over-designed to look really pretty. And what people are going crazy about is Games Workshop are bringing out MDF terrain. MDF fucking terrain. Holy shit, dude. Mr. Q, thank you for the gifted. Let's go. Let's keep the gifted train going. Let's get to 400 members today. Let's do it. 23 to go. Okay. Let's get 23 members. 22 now. Thank you so much, Mercenary Q, for the gift. And really appreciate you. If you haven't gifted already, today is the day. All right? Today is the day. Now, think about it. Look, this is basically terrain called Moon-Base Classius. Does anyone remember? I might be showing my age now because it's from 8th edition. All right? It's from 8th edition. This box set. Can you remember? Do you remember this? Oh, we've dropped to 348. Holy shit, we've dropped 50. We're at 378 when I started the stream. Look, chat, we got some work to do. We got some work to do. Get those members rolling in. Let's go, Justice. Thanks to the gifted. This is the lowest it's been in 4 months. What's going on? What's going on? By the way, if you remember Moon-based Glaciers, this was the... That's a better image. This is what they're selling, but MDF. 8th edition Godgerold. This is what they're selling, but MDF, basically. So it's the same type of walls. If you look at these walls here, okay, look at these walls here. It's the same, all right? But this is printed MDF, which is actually goated, all right? Woodim, thank you for the gifted, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Look at that, 350. Who wants to drop 50? Steve, I'm looking at you. But yeah, so like obviously we've seen printed MDF. Like I showed off some printed MDF a while ago on stream. Actually really nice. It's a great way to make MDF terrain very quickly. It goes together very quickly. It looks really nice. But it was too expensive. It was too expensive. That's what I think. That's what a lot of people found. But now Games Workshop are getting into it. This is actually really, really surprising. You know. I'm looking at me too as I make snarky comments, not as I spend £250. You can't make any snarky comments if you keep making, if you don't donate that much. Yo, Des, thank you for the 5, dude. Thank you for the 5. Really appreciate it. Let's keep going. Let's keep the hype train going. Look at them rolling in. We're actually really close now. We're like 45 away from 400. Honestly, though, like, I think a lot of people are, like, complaining when you see this image and it looks a bit poo, all right? But, like, it looks nice on the board. I think it looks pretty decent, and it's quite cheap as well, you know? I think it's going to be quite cheap. I don't know if we're going to see much price drop, but the rumor is around £70 for this starter set. If that is the case, that is insanely good. That will be insanely good. That'll be so, like, really cheap, a nice price point for a starter set, and a nice little board game. Because what you got to remember, snap fit models with painted terrain, you know? Because the biggest barrier to entry, you know, the biggest barrier to entry in starter sets is, like, having to put all the terrain together. And obviously, as I mentioned... not that one, not that one, not that one. I've closed it. Like the Halo thing, right? That came with like pre-built models, just like red and blue models ready to go. And it came with cardboard terrain, which was like just snaps together. And the great thing is you can be up and playing in like 30, 40 minutes. Okay. But when you've got like plastic terrain that's unpainted, that's just grey, and you've got loads of models that are just grey, you feel the need to paint. Whereas because these are Space Marine heroes as well, unless they remold them, they're going to come in blue sprues and green sprues. You got blue sprues, green sprues, and MDF terrain ready to go with all your counters ready to go. This is literally everything you need to play. You don't even need a tape measure at this point, you know? You don't even need the fucking... you don't need anything. You literally buy the box you have. It's a board game ready to go. Which is actually so good. Honestly, in my opinion, so good. So if it is 70 quid, it's a fucking no-brainer, you know? It's a no-brainer because, one, Kill Team, actually a really good game. Really, really good game. Okay? Models, really good. Because let's say we're not buying them off eBay. They're, what, £7 a box? £7 a box worthy? So 7 times 7, that's the saving money before you add in the terrain or the book or the cards or the dice or the tokens or anything. Just on the models alone. That's like £100. Was it 98? 7 times 14? Yeah. No, 7 times 14. Wait, no. 7 times 14. Yeah, £98. All right. So just on the models alone, if you went out and bought 14 Space Marine Heroes boxes, so you get one of each, which is not guaranteed, that's 100 quid. Now, if the price is £100 retail, okay, it starts to look a little bit less interesting. I think less than 100 quid, if £67.50 is right, which I don't know if it is, that is crazy cheap, okay? But I'm a bit like, I don't know if this makes it cheaper for the consumer or just cheaper for GW, or whether it's cheaper than plastic at all, or they've just gone, we want to make this a board game, you know? No Vantage was a little odd, but perfect for a starter set. Yeah, that's what you got to remember, right? It's like, no, it's not a full game of Kill Team, but it's a starter set to get you going, you know? It could do with having the full rules in, do they not? Okay, maybe they don't. It's just, but I think the idea of this is, whilst it's called Kill Team Starter Set, it's a gateway. It's a board game to then go off and expand on it. So yeah, so I think actually really fucking sick. Really fucking sick. I love all of these models. Again, I really wanted these. I just wanted the Malignant Plaguecaster. Did these ever come to the UK? Did the Death Guard ever even come to the UK? Because I don't think they did. These did. I got these. I got twice. I got one set of these, I think. Yeah, I got the box. Games Workshop sent me like a shop box of it. And I opened and I got one of each. I don't think the Death Guard... I don't remember the Death Guard coming to the UK. Maybe they did. They were released last year. Oh, okay. Because I remember the first set, which I have the full set of. I remember the Blood Angels ones, which I have some of. And then I have all of Strike Team Justian. No, I gave away this. I gave this away at the tournament, actually. I only kept the captain. I got dudes out there if you want them. I'll just get the Kill Team box, bud. Appreciate it, though. Death Guard probably sold out instantly. Maybe that's why I didn't see them, because everyone wanted the Plaguecaster because it's goated compared. Do you know the original Plaguecaster? You know? The original Plaguecaster. Actually awful. Actually awful, dude. Such a bad model. Looks like a little baby. He's got a little baby face. Chosen of Mortarion, the sprue. Look at the little baby face. Why has he got this? Would you like this? Or would you like this guy? You know? With choice of head. One of them not a baby face. Both of them not baby face. So even though the Malignant Plaguecaster isn't like a crazy exciting unit as a model, this one's so much better. You gave away an empty box too? Nah, I don't remember that. Don't remember that. Like hates babies. I do. They're annoying and not my responsibility. Okay. Chat, have you all seen this? Have you all seen the Space Marine 2 update? 5 members will take a look. Let's try and get to, let's say 360. How about if we say 360 for today? All right, we've dropped so many today. The problem is every day we're one step closer to death, and my member number is one step closer to 0. Mikey, it is not daddy to hate babies. There's a good job I'm not daddy then. I'm not daddy. Have you seen the Space Marine update? It came out an hour ago. 2 hours ago even. Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look? So, if you don't know, Space Marine 2 has a post-launch overview, and they're announcing their first big update, and then we'll do the weekend drama, okay?
Greetings, Space Marines.
Is that a fucking Biotitan? Wait, what? Let's go, Group Slayer! Thank you for making us hit 360. Thank you for helping us hit 360. Let's go. Now let's do 370 for another giveaway. Let's do a giveaway now. Okay, we'll do a little spin of the wheel. Stein, thanks for the gifted. Thank you so much. We've got so much catching up to do. Right, if you're in chat, type exclamation point gifted. Okay. Exclamation point gifted to enter a giveaway. Okay. Exclamation point gifted. Just like this, okay? If you didn't know, we have a Wheel of Doom. We have loads of prizes on the Wheel of Doom. All right. And you'll be in a chance to win one by typing exclamation point gifted. All right. We do giveaways every time we hit the member goal. Let's try to hit 370 to do another one. But if you'd like to enter the first one, exclamation point gifted. Okay. It's free to enter. Exclamation point T and C in chat. Let's watch this. Okay. I saw a fucking Biotitan. A Hierophant.
Greetings.
What the fuck?
Space Marine.
What the fuck is this? Helldivers? Is this fucking Helldivers? What the hell, dude?
On behalf of everyone at Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment, we want to extend a massive thank you to each and every one of you.
Since when do you fly through fucking space?
Each and
When? Oh yeah, there's that one mission. I was so fucking tired at this point, I remember.
every one of you. It's only been a few weeks since we released Space Marine 2, and it's been a thrill to see millions of you diving into the game. Your dedication has been incredible.
I don't even remember that bit. I don't remember the fucking guy on the bridge. Have you even played it? Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't think I have. I don't even own it. I don't remember this on the bridge. This part of the campaign as well. God, I was so tired doing this. That's a co-op mission. This is a co-op mission. I haven't done all the co-op missions. I've only done one or two.
Has been incredible.
Go forth in the name of the Emperor!
But the fight is far from over. The enemies of humanity are regrouping, and they're coming back stronger.
You skipped operation. I didn't skip operations. I played the campaign in one sitting.
The war is about to escalate. Get ready, because we're bringing you a whole year of new content, entirely free. We're starting with a brand new PvE operation.
Yo.
Gather your 3-player squad and deploy back on Kadaku to face the biggest and most terrifying Tyranid yet. The Hierophant Biotitan.
What the fuck? Do you not think you'd start off with like a Tyrannofax or something? I haven't got a 500k to call in. I haven't got a fucking napalm to call in Space Marine. I've just got the will of the Emperor and a couple of bolt shots. What? Why have they added a Hierophant? What? Since when? Since when? What's going on? Why are you here? What is this doing here?
No matter.
What the? Excuse me. We need you to take down this Titan. I can only spare 3. What the fuck is happening? Why is there a Why is it not like a Tyrannofax?
How many vermin they send, I will cut them down.
Looking for an even tougher challenge? Gear up for the upcoming edition of Lethal Difficulty.
Brace yourselves!
A brand new difficulty set.
Is that like extremely hard mode? Matt Ward Ultra is going to kill it in a single combat. Can't believe what the fuck is going on.
For the operations mode, designed to test your
You got like 200 points of Space Marines. Yeah, that's true. Forge World rules are bad.
skills against the most brutal Xenos and heretics.
So what's
And
the
to
next?
help you in battle, the armory will provide a new
Oh,
weapon.
Volkite.
The Neo-Volkite pistol.
But we are prepared. We end this now.
In addition to all this free content, 2024 will bring season pass owners a full suite of cosmetic fineries from a fan-favorite
I mean, that's fine.
Space Marine chapter,
If you like Dark Angels.
the Dark Angels.
Who
You'll
does?
be granted exclusive new weapon skins for your auto bolt rifle, plasma pistol, and power sword.
The Emperor provides.
A champion
Very
pack for the
sleepy while Dark
Bulwark
Angels are on
class
screen.
with a full body armor skin, a unique shield, and loads of cosmetic options to stand out on the battlefield and celebrate the Dark Angels successor chapters.
Who?
Moment of reckoning is upon us.
Sneaky Raven Guard in the tabs there, yo.
Pass owners a full suite of cosmetic
Not there.
fineries.
Not there. Yo, Hungry Bit, thanks for 7 months. Plastic Biotech confirmed for 11th edition, truly.
From a fan
Where's the Raven Guard?
favorite Space Marine chapter.
Ah. There's the Raven Guard.
The Dark Angels. You'll be granted exclusive new weapon skins for your auto bolt rifle, plasma pistol, and power sword.
They ain't even bothered painting the fucking eagle on his shoulder, mate. They ain't even bothered. They don't care about Dark Angels either.
Auto bolt rifle, plasma pistol, and power sword.
The Emperor provides.
A champion pack for the Bulwark class with a full body armor skin. A unique shield and loads of cosmetic options to stand
That is
out
cool,
on
to
the
be fair.
battlefield and celebrate the Dark
The
Angels
Bulwark's cool.
successor chapters.
The moment of reckoning is upon us.
And this is just the beginning.
Oh?
Future seasons will feature new operations, a host of additions for PvP with a new game mode and new
Whoa.
arenas.
Whoa.
New
That's good.
Tyranid and Thousand Suns
I feel like there's only 2 maps on this fucking... there's only 2 maps on this fucking... on this game. Absolute shambles in all my gifted. Did I? Chase, maybe you didn't gift enough. Maybe you should gift another one just to make sure. Thank you, the gifted Chase. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate you. There's 3. There are 3 shit though, innit? Let's be honest.
enemies, weapons, a blood-pumping horde mode.
Halo Combat Evolved came with 21 maps at launch. Alright? 3 maps? Poo. Poo. That's what I say.
And other new Space Marine
Horde
chapter
mode be
cosmetics
goated.
for Gold and Ultra Edition owners.
Horde mode goated. Yeah, what did he just say?
For Gold and Ultra Edition owners.
Savage. Alright, everyone who won a game of Space Marine off me, I'm so sorry. Jay, thank you for the gifted! Appreciate you, bud. Yo, thank you. I thank you so much. But yeah, if you won a copy of Space Marine 2 from me, I'm sorry, I did only get you the standard. I did only buy you the standard. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to go fork out for the season pass. For the cosmetics. Okay. If they make Horde mode Gold and Ultra only, that's gonna be super cringe.
Stay tuned for more updates coming soon. This war has just begun.
Crush them now! No fear! Hurry! Cover me! Hold the line! Emperor, forgive us!
I don't remember this bit either. Is this from the operations? Yeah, if those fucking upgrades like Horde mode are just for fucking Varric is such a simp. If those operations and stuff are just for people who bought the super duper version, that is cringe. No, that's actually AI. Thanks. Great. Great. Do you fight Hellbreen in our campaign? Yes. Yes. You don't fight the Helldrake though. That's why I was always confused. I was like, they spent all this time to put Helldrake in it, and then they just throw a fucking rock at his head and call it a day. You know? Actual clown devs. Well, we don't know yet. We can't get angry yet. We don't actually know. Okay? How will we know if, until it's released, right? The card effects is in the main campaign. The campaign you fight 2. The Hive Tyrant is operations, though. Which I don't get. I don't get. Like, why is it not in the campaign? But there we go. First time tuning on a live stream. Hey, Ross. How you doing, bud? We had a great game. Didn't notice any AOS drive of the weekend, but I believe I had a fair few beers. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's talk about the weekend, shall we? But first, if you haven't typed !! gifted, now is the time. Because I'm about to draw the giveaway. It's free to enter. As I say, you just type in what it says here. What it says here. If you haven't already, now's the time. ! Gifted in chat. Because you should do that. You should do that. Alright? Because 1, you enter a giveaway for free. And 2, it reminds you that gifting memberships is the best way to support the channel. If we get another 7, I'll do another spin. Alright, but we have a whole wheel. Where's my wheel gone? Wait, where's my wheel gone? Found it. Here it is. We have a Wheel of Doom. You could win Space Marine 2, paper, tacticas, a Hellstorm measurement thing, corn dice, a dice tray, a dice tin, a rogue trader on Steam, some paper, some objective markers, a spearhead or a combat patrol of your choice, another measurement thing, some paper, Total War 3 or Elden Ring, or Darktide, all paper. All right, we've got lots to go over, so make sure, if you haven't already, type ! Gifted. Okay. Is there any Halo paper you can add? Sadly not. No Halo paper. There was no Halo paper. But do I have a look around the room? I don't have any other random bits of paper to give away. I got some blue roll. Got some blue roll. Alright. Congratulations too. But I should have said. Any spearhead? Yeah, I said that. Spearhead or combat patrol of your choice. We do 1 a month. Alright. Also, if you are a member, you get 10 entries instead of 1, all right? You get 1 for free. If you're free, you get 1 for free. But if you are a member, you get 10, all right? It's the same way to enter, just means that members have 10 times more luck than you. If you go up against someone who is green named, they're getting 10 entries, you're only getting 1. You are 10 to 1. That is worse than being Eiffel Towered, all right? Congratulations to Dicknell! Well done, Decknull. Well done, Decknull. Congratulations, bud. Maybe you won't be so angry now. You just won the giveaway. Congratulations, dude. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. He needed that after the day. Congrats, Deck. Finally something good. Well, what if I said I'm removing all of the prizes and I'm going to leave on you gift me 5. All right? You gift me 5. Maybe we add that. You owe me 5 members. Maybe we add that and then shuffle it in. Imagine. Imagine. Did you mean Decknull that time? Yeah, I did. Best of luck, Decknull! Best of luck! You've just won! Oh! Darktide! Do you have Darktide, Decknull? After weeding his tea. You want a respin? I don't normally do respins. But there is a chance of you owing me 5 members. There is a chance. Are you sure you want to respin? Every time. Okay, you owe me 1 member. All right. We'll do that because I'm respinning. Best of luck. Best of luck. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Yo. Deadnell, he does on Space Marine 2. Right, Deadnell, do you want a season pass? Would you like a season pass? Do you have a season pass? I'll get you one of those instead. How about that? Trash! Trash! Fine. Fine. No more Space Marine 2. Yeah, I'll get you the season pass, bud. How about that? How's that sound? Yeah? Congrats, Techno! Wait, how can you buy the season pass? It's £35! The game's 40. Oh, it's fine. 25 on CD keys. Brett, I'll send you the season pass. Yeah? Because you haven't got it yet. I paid 35 quid for it, but I will buy it on CD keys. Well, I didn't think I don't have the season pass. That's true. I just got it for free, so I didn't realize how much it was. Don't you feel that sometimes we just need to run away? I'm just buying that for you now, mate. I don't normally buy things on stream, but here we are. You just have to boogie with me, everyone. You got it for free? I did. You know why? Because I'm a privileged influencer. I'm a privileged influencer. That's why. I just got a cough while I type this number in. There you go. Don't want people using my keyboard sounds to triangulate where my keyboard is to work out the numbers I'm typing. He kept hassling them behind the scenes info. I did keep hassling them. Need to run away. What a tune this is. Right, Decknell, I've sent that through. I don't know why I didn't just do it after stream, but yeah, I've got you the DLC. All right. I will send that to you today, sometime. Okay, we have it ordered. It's done. All right, done. I've earned 25 CD coins. So let's go. All right, I've earned them coins. All right, let's talk about this weekend, shall we? I will say that if we hit the member goal again, I'll do another giveaway. All right, I'll do another giveaway. We'll do another one. Okay, we're not going to do marbles today. We're just going to do, if we hit the goal, we're going to do another spin. All right. This weekend, I went to my very first Age of Sigmar 4 tournament. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Mikey, are you excited about the relaunch of Pogs? Pogs. P-O-G-S. Guy, what's Pogs? I'm Pogs. What's P-O-G-S? Am I being stupid? As in the little plastic things? Is that what you mean? The little card is your picture. Oh, yeah. The little holographic ones. I thought... I don't understand. I don't understand. Why would I have Pogs on the brain? I used to have... I remember Pogs. I'm not that young. I was just... Because you capitalized it, I thought it was an acronym for something. So I was like, huh. The only article I can find about it, Pogs, the rise and fall of unexpected revival of a 90s phenomenon. Are they coming back out? I had the Looney Tunes with Pogs, and I had the Pokemon. I'm pretty sure they were Pokemon ones. I remember Tazos. That's what I remember. Tazos. That was it. They were the Looney Tunes ones. Pokemon Tazos. Let's go. Were they the same? That's what I had. They're shipping out this month. Are you getting them for free? My Pokemon Tazos. Yeah, that's what I remember. I had these fuckers. Are these ones coming back out? 40k Pogs would be a good objective. You know what? 40k Pogs would be a good objective marker. Did you email me? I'm gonna wait for it to come through. I'll send it to you today. I'll send it to you today, dude. Are these the same? Are Tazos and Pogs the same? Because I remember these. Because I had the Looney Tunes ones. Looney Tunes. Hell yeah, I remember these. These like awakened something in my brain. No, never mind. Not that one. Just the image, please. Hell yeah, dude. I had the Looney Tunes ones, but not the Pokemon ones. Anyway, I didn't know Pogs were coming back. Pogs have NFT energy. Wasn't expecting a wild guy in here sniffing around some AOS shenanigans. This is basically what you have to remember, Edward, is I'm your streamer's favorite streamer. Okay. All the YouTubers love to watch me. This is like when you show a kid a VHS. All right, speaking of VHS, right, at this tournament this weekend, I was obviously playing at the Gaff Jamboree, right? And they were giving away prizes for dumb stuff, okay? And one of them was Mark gave Louis a bunch of videos, like VHSs, okay? Not only did you win Braveheart on video, not only Blues Brothers, all right, but he was like trying to wear them like chains, right? I should have taken a picture. I didn't take hardly any pictures. I took one picture this weekend. This one, go to the picture, lovely picture. But this is the only picture I took. Okay. But then I was like, here, Louis, I'll show you how to unwind it. And someone was like, wow, Mike, he showed your age there because I like showed him how to open the video, the top of the video cassette to then get the tape out to wear it like a chain. But yeah, it was funny. No, it was very funny. But yeah, videos, man. What crazy technology. What crazy cool technology that we just don't use anymore. Anyway, this weekend I went to my first AOS 4 tournament. I've been played a lot of Age of Sigmar for the new edition, but I've not played a crazy amount. I've only really played on the channel, so I could probably and other people's channels. So I think I've probably played around 7 or 8 games of Age of Sigmar, I would say, until this weekend, with probably about the same as Spearhead. Actually, less than you'd imagine for a YouTuber, but what you find is, when you are a Warhammer YouTuber, worries me, you just never have time to play games. It's just the constant grind of editing. Wow, boo-hoo. Wow. But yeah, so I've not actually played that many games of Age of Sigmar. So I went to my first AOS 4 tournament this weekend, held in Hull. The Gaff Jamboree, or the Grand Alliance Friendship Jamboree. As you might remember, my team that I sponsored a while ago. I don't sponsor them anymore, but we are good friends. Okay. And I can't remember what picture this is. I didn't take many pictures. Right, the side tangent. I didn't take many pictures of the weekend, okay? But this is the first game. But I did take a picture of the prices of the club I went to. It's the hardest job, Mike. Being a YouTuber is the hardest job in the world. Don't forget it. Okay. Anyway, have you become a member yet? Is anyone gifted a membership? Why the fuck not? JW, see you, grey name. Cringe. Edward, grey name, cringe. McNuggets, cringe. Look at all these grey names. What's going on? Anyway, yeah, look at the fucking state of these prices at this club in Hull called Spiders. Okay. Okay, look at the state of these prizes. Lager, £2. Bitter, £2. Okay. Actually disgusting. I don't understand. All right, this is like 2002 prices. It is. It was so weird, okay? Because like it's all cash in this place, okay, which is fine. It reminds me of Corp. It's similar to Corp, but Corp's expensive now. Okay. Are those expensive? No, they are. Like you're gonna get a pint for around £7 or £8 these days. A nice place, or maybe a £5 if you're lucky. Okay, maybe in Barnsley or something like that, you might get one for £4, but lager at £2, crazy. So this place, right, cash only, which you know it's going to be good for that. It's cash only. It's a club. It's a nightclub. It's a rock bar, right? They played some great music. Okay, I'll do some little snippets for you. Some little snippets, shall we have? Shall we have a nosy? Where is it? Can't play any more than that because I get copyright claimed. But you've got an idea, you know? So, having a great time. But it's cash only at this place. And they have a cash machine. And this is the funniest bit, right? This was the funniest bit, right? The cash machine is a guy with a contactless pad selling money. It's not a cash machine. It's £20 note is £21. And a £40 in notes is £42. And 60 is 63. This is highly illegal, allegedly. Allegedly, they were doing this, okay? Allegedly. But I was like, oh, is there a cash machine? And they were like, yeah. And they pointed to a man, okay? They pointed to a man called Dave. And they just went, see him. And he was like, how much do you want? I was like, I want 40. And he just held up a contactless. I was like, boop. Because I'd already had a few. I was like, boop. And then they gave me £40. He was selling money. You can't sell money. That's not how it works. They did the same for WTC. Fucking brilliant. Another thing to sell them. They're fucking stupid. It's highly illegal to sell money like that. Okay. But yeah, this is how they sell drinks for £2. All right, a fucking Jaeger bomb for £2. A can of dark fruit for £2. Cash machines do it. Very different. Very different. That's not a random man selling £20. Selling money is what Visa does. Look, you'll find in life that the law doesn't apply the same way to normal people. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but you'll find that the law doesn't apply the same to everybody. You know? When you're not paying tax or VAT, it's amazing how low prices can go. True. True. Different because the cash machine isn't called Dave. Bigger. Nice techno. Nice techno. Maybe I'll get rid of that DLC. Anyway, yes, so I went to my first AOS4 tournament. I'm going to talk about a little bit of my experience and talk about a little situation that came up, okay? A little situation. Is that the drama? No. A little situation that came up. But here's my army. It's the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. I know I've kind of like played Ossiarch Bone Reapers on the channel a couple of times, but I've only played like small armies, and it's only very recently that I've only played like 2 games that got up to 2K. Okay. And it was very limited. But it's super fun because actually, I don't know when it came out, but I bought Ossiarch Bone Reapers when the first models came out in the Feast of Bones box set, if you remember that one. Feast of Bones. You remember this, bad boy? An Ogre versus Bone Reaper box set, the very first one. Okay, this is just a random blog. Oh, I just wanted this image. Remember this? Remember this? The models I took this weekend are these ones. So I've been painting for a long time. And if you might notice a little trophy, because I actually got 3rd place painting. Look at that. Didn't enter a historical painting event. Yeah, that's what I see. A little peek behind the curtains there. This is what I look at. I'm looking at Cowboy Bebop, and I'm looking at me, and I'm looking at my army there. So I won 3rd place trophy, which is cool. So I got a little trophy. I got a little plaque to say I won 3rd place. It was like player voted, which is cool. Very unexpected because there's lots of nice armies. But I won, which is cool. I came 3rd. As you can see, I got this. I got Arkan the Black painted up. Very cool model. He's not finished, but there we go. People seem to like him. One proud thing I like about this army, or this model in particular, is I converted, I can't remember his name, Krazak, or whatever, the beast. I converted the armor. If you might notice, this isn't the original armor. Did you paint this army? I did, yeah. I've been painting it for like 4 years. You might notice that this body plate armor isn't the original. It's actually from a Necrosphinx, right? And it's been that long since I did this little conversion that the Necrosphinx has actually come back on the shelf because I did it with some old bits that I had. I did it with some old bits I had. I was like so ready to unveil it. I was like, yeah, I've done it with a Necrosphinx chestplate. You can't actually buy those anymore. And now you can because it's been that long since I did it, which is funny. But here's my win record. My first Age of Sigmar 4 tournament with an army list that arguably was not optimized or thought about because this is me at Elliot's wedding writing the army list. Okay. This is me writing the army list. As you can see, I have errors. This is me in my JoJo tie. Me trying to make my army work at a wedding. I think it was... Yeah, you can see there, 23:35. I was about 9 pints deep, 3 bottles of wine deep, nursing a copper bird because I was very tired. I needed a little bit of a sugar kick. Trying to put my army together. And I actually went 4-1, which is very cool. You know, so I won 4 games out of my 5. I played against Blades of Khorne round 1, then Ogre Tribes, then Disciples of Tzeentch. I lost to Lumineth Realm Lords, who actually won the event as well. And then I played against Gloomspite Gits in the last game. I won that one as well. So I ended up coming 5th place. I ended up coming 5th place in the overall in the event, which is super cool, I think. Pretty exciting for the first event. And I'm actually going to another Age of Sigmar event this weekend. I'm going to another one called War in the Heartlands, which is an event run by 2 lads called Mark and Liam. They're running an old world event as well, and it's held in Lincoln. It's actually the same venue that Goonhammer used for their events, if you've seen me cover those. So I'm going to play another event. I'm using basically the same list. I changed one unit and I swapped the Morghast over to the other ones. So if you play Age of Sigmar, I took the magic defense ones this weekend. Never came up once. I've gone for the 3d6 charge because it's way better. However, I want to have a little chat about something that did happen in one of my games. And I want to like preface before the game starts this. Okay, I'm not calling anyone out in particular. Okay, I had a conversation at the table with my opponent about the situation at the time. I just want to talk about the difference that I'm finding in the culture of Age of Sigmar versus 40k. Okay, I'm not calling anyone out in particular. I'm not trying to like lambast anyone. I'm not trying to start like a dog pile or anything like that. I want to talk about this situation and talk about my feelings and thoughts afterwards. Okay, so if you tune in for the drama, I'm about to start talking about it. Okay. Oh, a call out stream. It's literally not a call out stream. All right. It's literally not. I literally said it wasn't. Okay. Look. I know why Games Workshop did it, okay? I think I know why, right? I think I realised because I found out this weekend why Games Workshop might have done it, okay? And the it is the meme that's been happening on the channel for the past couple of weeks. It's the whole clocked status. Because, oh my God, the way that Age of Sigmar players talk and use the chess clock, talk about or use the chess clock, is actually so abhorrent compared to 40k. It's actually fucking unreal. All right. The whole idea of the clock in Age of Sigmar, or from certain Age of Sigmar players, is actually fucking bollocks compared, all right? I want to preface this preface, all right, and say that I have played 40k literally around the world, all right? And by around the world, I've played all over Europe, and I've played all over the US. I would love to play in Asia one day, but here we are, okay? I've played 40k all over the world, and I've used chess clocks all over the world, okay? And once upon a time, okay, I think chess clocks were, in 40k, were a little bit of a no-no, a little bit of a, ooh, maybe not, you know, a little bit of like, oh, I don't know about that. And now they're pretty normal. They're pretty normalized, and most people know how they work, and most people use them correctly, okay? Are you going to Japan next year? I'm going to Japan in 2 weeks. So maybe I can play some 40k while I'm there. However, I don't think it's the same in Age of Sigmar. I feel like, and I've already said this, I've already said that Age of Sigmar, competitively, as a culture, you know, is 3 years behind. It's like 3 to 4 years behind, all right? Now, Games Workshop, we recently covered a thing from Games Workshop from the World Championships of Warhammer, which is happening in November. Yo, Hobby Heap, thank you so much for becoming a member, dude. I really appreciate it. A couple of weeks ago, Games Workshop showed off the rules of the chess clock for the Warhammer World Championships that are happening in November. And by rules of the chess clock, I actually mean the rules of a split time device and how they are banned in Age of Sigmar. Okay, as you can see, you might remember these images that we went over. The game of Age of Sigmar is designed to be timed not by an even split of real-world time, but by an even number of battle rounds and player turns each player. Thus, the default use of a split-time device from the beginning of a game is not in keeping with the design intent of the rules, and thus is inappropriate as a default way to evaluate game of Age of Sigmar. Okay? You might remember this, all right? And if you don't, I'll give you a quick rundown. Games Workshop won't be using chess clocks. You know what a chess clock is? You've seen them all before, okay? You've seen... Oh, I just wanted an image of one. You've seen... Not one of these. What are they called? Leap? Is it Leap, the common one that we use in 40k? Like this bad boy. Oh, not Link, because that'll be dox my address. You see one of these, okay? You see one of these before. You've seen these. These go on... tables, and they split the time equally. Yo, Raziel! Welcome to the Parasocial Gang! Welcome to the Parasocial Gang, dude. Well done, Raziel. Let's get claps in chat for Raziel. Let's go, baby! Raziel, shoot me a DM on Discord, but we'll get you into the Parasocial Club. I really appreciate you. Thank you for upgrading to one of our highest tiers. Raziel's going to be added to an exclusive behind-the-scenes WhatsApp group now to chat to me all day, every day. All right? Chat to me and all the other Parasocial Gang. It's a super cool place to be. We get to chat all the shit all the time. They get to see behind-the-scenes content. They see things before they come out. So be like Raziel and upgrade to the Parasocial Gang, okay? There's like 10 of us in there now. It's actually goated. It's actually goated, all right? Raziel, thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, dude. Honestly, becoming a member's crazy, but Parasocial, honestly goated. Honestly goated. Thank you, mate. Being a freeloader for 18 months, figure it's time for an upgrade. You're a star, mate. Do I have to talk to you? You can join the group and then block me if you want to. That would be funny. You can't reveal any conversations Jamartin is a contract of joining. That's funny. Jamartin should just join the Parasocial already. Anyway, so yeah, so a chess clock, right? We use them in games of Warhammer because usually a game of Warhammer, whether it's 40k or Age of Sigmar, is around a 3-hour round. And the game of 40k Age of Sigmar usually are quite hard to play in 3 hours. So what we use is a chess clock, so one person can't use too much time compared to the other one. It splits the time equally. Now, ultimately, when I started talking about, like, reading this, and it talks about, like, milestones instead of a chess clock, and players receiving a clocked status, okay? A clocked status instead of using a chess clock. And by a clocked status, as in if you keep falling behind these milestones, you'll get a clocked status, and then if you do have to have a chess clock, you'll be penalized for it. You know, just load of shit. But like, I was like, I kind of get it, but the problem is, again, you've all seen these. You know, the point of a chess clock, or the point of this in this case. Yo, Jamati, thanks for the 5.
Should get a job before he throws more money.
I mean, true, very true. Thank you for the 5, dude. Really appreciate it. Okay. Well, basically, at the World Championships, Games Workshop, or in particular in Age of Sigmar, the World Championships aren't using chess clocks, or what they've called split time devices. Okay. And I was a bit like, you know what, Games Workshop, I like the idea, but the game's too big. That was my answer. But after playing on a chess clock this weekend with Age of Sigmar players and talking or listening to other players talking around a chess clock, you know, asking if a chess clock's being used, and people using the term, oh, so I can game the player with the clock then. I think there's a really shitty attitude brewing in Age of Sigmar with a chess clock, okay? Because one instance was, basically, I was using a chess clock with a certain player. Again, I'm not attacking anyone who had... I did have 5 good games. I just want to make that super clear. I did have 5 good games, okay? And I will happily go out for a beer or more with each of my 5 opponents. But there was an instance with the chess clock that really fucked me off. And I called them out for it at the time, you know? But like, what was happening was I was playing on a chess clock, okay? And I was like, or more. You never know. You never know. Midwinter Minis, maybe we'll go out for a little kiss, you know? Who knows? I don't want people to just think if I had a good game with him, I'd only go for a single beer, you know? Defo not Ross, because the man can't read time or use the clock. I'm not saying anything about anyone. But, like, the first instance of me being confused with the chess clock, because obviously I'm coming from, like, a 40k background where we use chess clocks all the time, you know? Was the idea... Well, someone asked a TO about using a chess clock, okay, and they said, the TO said, yeah, we are using chess clocks if you want to use one, and they said, oh, well, that means I can abuse the chess clock, abuse timing then, because in 40k it's a little bit more lenient, but in Age of Sigmar there's very specific, like, once you've had your phase, your opponent responds to the phase with timings, right? We've already been on a romantic game of Car Ride together. You missed your chance. But the point of this statement that this person made was they were maybe joking, maybe not, but they were trying to imply that they were going to be able to use the chess clock to abuse the opponent and try and catch them out for the timing of certain rules that trigger, you know, kind of like, well, you missed it now because we're on a chess clock. And in terms of like, kind of like Magic the Gathering triggering, you know, if like there's like Magic the Gathering, it's kind of like you have a certain amount of time to respond to say you're going to do something in terms of an action. And this person initially, it wasn't to me, but this person initially was trying to like imply that that's what they wanted to do. You know, they could have been making a joke, but yeah, in my opinion, it's angle shooting, right? But then when I was on the clock, the first thing that was really confused me was my opponent kept flicking my time over every time I wanted to roll a save, you know? Now in 40k, if you're on a chess clock, right? If we're on a chess clock,
Super chat £4.99.
Thanks for the 5, Steve.
Wants to join Parasocial. Can't get in.
Thanks for the 5, Steve. Appreciate it. Stop winding him up. You're like children. You're like children winding each other up. So in 40k, if you roll to hit, roll to wound, and then your opponent rolls saves, you don't usually change the clock back over. The reason being is if you keep changing it over, you're constantly back and forth on the clock. And rolling saves is relatively quick. If someone starts taking the mick, then you do click over. I think there's like a little grace period of like 5 seconds. If they're not rolling dice or like counting dice or ready to go in like 5 to 10 seconds, then you click them over. But because let's say you're on my turn and I let you roll saves on my time, the same is expected as when it's your turn, you'll let me roll my saves on your time. That's pretty normal in 40k. Whereas Age of Sigmar, they don't do that. Every save roll, bang, bang, bang. And I was a bit like, that seems a bit much, you know? If there's loads of feel no pain, the clock goes to them. You know what? Yeah, I totally agree, you know? But if someone's rolling pretty fast, you know, if someone's like not taking the piss, they are rolling pretty quickly. For example, if they're rolling like half their attacks and then that other person is rolling the saves for the first half of the attacks while they're still rolling the second half, they're obviously not taking the piss. They're just going for it, you know? But like if they go, hey, you know, you got wards, do you mind? Or like feel no pains in this instance. Do you mind if we click over the clock for saves? I'm like, yeah, fair. Instantly, bam. And I'm like, that's pretty weird. Which, you know, if that's how it is in Age of Sigmar, that's fine. There is a lot of wards in the game. There's a lot of feel no pains in the game. Again, if a ward in Age of Sigmar is the same as feel no pain, okay? So if I say ward or feel no pain, I basically mean a save after a save. So a re-rolling save, essentially, you know? But I was a bit like, that's a lot of time wasted to going back for the clock, okay? Which is a bit annoying, but I got over it, okay? But then there was like an instance of like later on. Okay, so the game went fine. And again, which is why I'm not calling anyone in particular out. It's just something that I noticed, okay, which really fucked me off, right? I had 30 minutes left on my clock and my opponent had like 5 minutes left on their clock, all right? And then suddenly, there was a lot of... you know what? There's a bit before that, actually, before I get to that bit. Obviously, Age of Sigmar, you have end of turn ability as well. So again, like every phase, you do something, and then your opponent can do something in reaction, you know? Like, in the shooting phase, I have my shooting phase. My opponent can spend 1 CP to use covering fire at the end of the shooting phase, which is basically like an Overwatch, okay? But the end of turn is also the same, so there's end of turn timing. As soon as my opponent said, oh, I don't have any end turn abilities, the clock was ticked over, okay? Even though we still needed a second to round out and collaborate on what the score was so far at the end of their turn, as soon as they went, I've got no end of turn stuff, done, okay? And I was a bit like, okay, that's a bit annoying, you know? Because I've not even had a chance to pick up my phone to say, okay, do you control 1, control 2? No, as soon as that's it, that's over. You know, and I was a bit like, that's getting really annoying. Because when it was the end of my turn, I just went, right, okay, let's do my score. Right, back to you, matey. It felt very aggressive, the clock use. And then it got to the end of the game, towards the end of the game, I had 30 minutes left on the clock. Okay. How's it working before then? That was it throughout the entire game. So again, every save roll, and as soon as end of turn, bang, straight over. And I was a bit like, I don't like that. Okay, I appreciate I jumped back a little bit. I'm jumping back now, okay? So now I've got 30 minutes on my clock. My opponent's got 5 minutes, okay? Did you want to lose the game? I'm not telling you, okay? I'm not telling you because I said I'm not calling out anyone in particular. And then suddenly, my opponent was then clicking over the clock for every single thing after they'd done something to a point where... they were clicking over the clock and then hovering their hand over so I couldn't click it back when they were doing something. Okay. And it happened multiple times. What was happening is I was like, if I was even considering anything, if I asked my opponent anything, as soon as I spoke, the clock was being clicked over, you know? And yeah, like there was a point where they were rolling to hit. And then I was like about to declare if I wanted to use all out defense, because obviously all out defense is responsive. They just didn't tell me what was happening. They just started rolling dice. So then, as I said, I think I'm going to use all out defense. I click the clock over. Okay, I have a little pretend clock. Okay, this isn't a clock. But it looks like I've just realized I've got a pretend mini clock. Okay, the clock was there like this, and then it was on their time, and they were like starting to roll. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna attack here," and then roll. I said, "Oh, I think I'm." As soon as I said, "Oh, I think," it was like this. All right, clicked back over, but then they hovered their hand here. Okay, and I was like, "I want to use all that defense," and they're like, "All right, okay," and they hovered their hand and continued to roll dice. Okay, and I said, and I was like, "Excuse me a minute, why are you hovering over the clock?" All right. You got 5 minutes left. I've got half an hour. Why are you hovering over my clock? Okay. Because and I was really taken aback by it, because I'd had a jovial game with this person all day. And again, I would hang out with them again. I'd play them again. All right. I would say, try that any clock bullshit on me. I'll shove it up your ass. But there was multiple times there was this hovering, you know, because obviously if you got a chess clock, if it's on my side, they press their side, their button comes up, I press it to click it back to them, you know. And I was like, they were like this, and I was like, that's crazy. That is actually crazy. Okay. And what they were doing is they were multiple times, because again, first time I let it slide, second time I was a bit annoyed, third time I was like, that's it, you know. I was a bit like, they were like just hovering and like basically using my time, because they only had 5 minutes and I had half an hour, you know. And I was a bit annoyed about it, okay? And I basically said because I put it up to my time. I said, stop a minute, my turn. I've got half an hour left. You've got 5 minutes. If we have a jovial game, when you clock out and I've got half an hour, I just go, don't worry about it, mate, because I'm not that sort of person. But if you start hovering over and blocking my time, I can literally... It's my chess clock. It's my 30 minutes. I could go to the bathroom over there and go shit for half an hour and make you stand there and wait because you're on a chess clock. It's my time to spend, okay? But ultimately, if you've only got 5 minutes and you start being a knobhead, I don't have to go and shit. I just wait for you to clock out and say, unlucky, no more time for you. Because if you don't know, if you are playing on a chess clock, basically what happens is you split the time equally, right? And what you can do is, if you run out of time, essentially all you can do is roll saves. You can't score anything. You can't move your models. You can't shoot. You can't fight. You can't check for points. All you can do is roll saves. That is all you can do, okay? And now my opponent, because they only had 5 minutes on the clock, were nervous about this happening, so was suddenly hovering over the clock so I couldn't turn it back to deny me clicking the clock back to them, okay? Now, the reason they were doing this, I called them out for it, and I said, look, I've had a really nice game with you, but you're really frustrating me, and this is not on. I played 40k all over the world, right? And I've seen it all, and this is one of the worst examples of using a clock I've ever seen, okay? And you know what, chat? You do need to call these things out if people are doing it, okay? It's not on. It is not on. It is super terrible. It is really bad sportsmanship, and it shouldn't be called out. And the reason they said they were doing it is because they've been practicing, okay? And it happened again. Remember the drama with LGT with match fixing because they wanted to practice? Remember that? They were like, well, you know, it happens at big events with certain countries and start to abuse the clock. And I said, yo, I've had a really nice game with you. I rolled my saves faster than you can click the clock over because I don't like that you're clicking the clock over that fast. And now you're saying, oh, it's because I'm practicing for this. Do I look like I'm doing any of these things that you're practicing for? And I was a bit like... I was just so angry. I was so annoyed. And I was like, if I'm getting annoyed when I'm the type of person who, if I'm having a problem with them, I will tell them because we are spending 3 hours together and the right thing to do is to say, excuse me, I don't like what you're doing. All right. They're using me to practice this bollocks technique of in my opinion, if I saw this at my tournament, I would yellow card the fuck out of them, right? If I saw any what they were doing at any point, I'd be like, no, that is a yellow card. You're getting 0 points for that game, you know? And I was like, you can't be like practicing against, you know, potential cheats that might be at a tournament at another country or whatever, and use me as your guinea pig to practice, okay? If you want to practice the bullshit way to use a clock, you practice at practice days. You don't come to a random tournament, say, hey mate, do you mind if we use a clock? And then suddenly when you've got 5 minutes, start abusing the clock rules and trying to use my time when you should be using yours, you know? And it just like, and I just couldn't believe it. And I was just like, look, clocks were a problem in 40k years ago, and AOS are just doing the same thing, you know? That's literally the dumbest excuse ever. It was the dumbest excuse, because they also said, and I quote, I'm just trying to keep it fair. And I said, fair for who? You, but not me. You know? I don't get your point about what he was trying to do. Can you explain it again? Okay, what he was doing, late game, okay, except for being annoying every save, like this, you know, very annoying. In 40k, you just don't do that, because it's too much, you know? If they're taking the piss of the stage, click over. But the problem is he was rolling dice and not declaring what was happening. I'd go, who's fighting? He'd be like, oh, it's this. And then I'd be like, and then as soon as I asked the question, it'd click over the clock to my side. But then, rather than moving his hand away, he would then hover his hand like this. So then I can't interact with the clock without touching him, which is, you know, if I want to smack the clock down, I'd have to like hit his hand to push it down. So what he was doing, he was barring the clock so he could use my time to roll his dice rather than his own, because he didn't have a lot and I did, you know. So what is terrible clock behavior, because what they were trying to do is put a chess clock on me, which is fine. I don't mind using a chess clock. I play pretty fast, you know. I've had multiple problems in tournaments with chess clocks, but 99% of the time, nothing happens, okay? But then what he was doing, he was clicking the clock over, you know. He was clicking the clock over and then blocking me, tending it back. So he was using my time to roll his dice. What was his reason for doing it? He only had 5 minutes left. He was gaining time out of me. You know? But these questions I was asking were who's attacking, you know? Not like, what does this unit do? You know? I was explaining something to him, clicked it over to my time, you know? Which I didn't like, you know? Which I didn't like. But the person had 5 minutes left. I had 30 minutes. They were trying to steal my time off me. They're trying to save their own 5 minutes so they didn't clock out. But yeah, like as I said, they said, oh, I'm trying to keep it fair. I'm practicing for X, Y, Z. You know, I'm going to say who or what or whatever. I'm practicing for this because it happens. And I'm just like, well, I'm not your guinea pig. I'm at a tournament, and I've shown fair play. I've rolled my dice fast. I have my little terrain crate box, you know, the little things we use on stream, you know, that counts in 5s. I'm rolling like that. I'm throwing dice faster than they can count them, right? They're counting their dice. I've already got 10 in my hand ready, okay? I play fast. I don't take the piss, all right? But they were running out of time, and I wasn't, so they were trying to steal the time off me, you know? And they said that it's very normal in Age of Sigmar, and there's loads of, like, teams or whoever that want to try and abuse clock rules to make you miss timings, such as reactions, to make you, if you ask any questions, it's on your time. At end of turn, it's on your time. And just like abusing the clock rules, okay? And as I said, you're not making it fair for anyone other than yourself, because what you're doing is you're stealing my time, you know? And what else did I say? I said something else really good. Oh, I said something else. I basically said, you shouldn't be using me as a guinea pig for practice. You should be using me as a guinea pig to practice how fast you can play, not these clock abusing rules, because this is actually abhorrent what you're doing, and I'm really frustrated. I'm really annoyed that you tried it on with me, and I've seen it all before, and this is the worst use of a clock I've ever seen, okay? And I said, like, if you did that at my event, I would yellow card you so fast, because it is actually bollocks, you know? Did Callum experience these same issues? This isn't an event-wide issue. This is a handful of players, right? And obviously, when you're playing at the top like me, you're going to catch him. You're going to catch some strays. But I was just a bit like, no wonder Games Workshop has gone, we're not using clocks. Because if this is the nature of top players that trying to abuse chess clocks to try and gain some wins, you know, then like, no wonder they want to ban chess clocks, because people are just trying to abuse them, which is not what they're for. They're supposed to just keep you in check and keep you going and stop an opponent trying to, like, time you out by rolling slow or playing really slow or taking too long to make decisions, you know? But yeah, I was just like, I've seen some really wild clock bullshit, and this was, like, actually crazy. This was like the worst I've ever seen, you know. And again, like I said, certain people fixing matches at the LGT for Age of Sigmar so they can practice, and then a similar vibe regarding chess clocks at this event. I'm just a bit like, what is going on in Sigmar that they think that, like, using a chess clock like this is right, is okay? And at what point do people go, huh, maybe we shouldn't be using the chess clock like this because Games Workshop are calling you out for it, and maybe there needs to be a little bit of a culture change, learning from the Big Brother 40k and what we did with chess clocks, where if you try and abuse it, you get yellow carded, all right? I don't understand how that's not, like, normal. I don't understand how you can sit there and go, yeah, actually, what we need to do is practice abusing the chess clock so we can score some wins because other people are doing it, rather than taking a step back, touching a little bit of grass and going, you know what we're doing the clock, actually crazy. We probably shouldn't be acting that way, and maybe we should, like, come together as an international Warhammer team or Warhammer collaboration and go, maybe we should like not abuse a chess clock, and it should be just a tool to make sure games get finished fairly, you know? Anyway, that's my interesting analysis of Age of Sigmar events. I think it's a much smaller like community, and I think because of that, people are a lot more scared to say what they think or how they feel when they are being bullied at the table, in my opinion. So it's just a bit like, it's just bollocks, honestly. It's just bollocks. And I just got, again, I'm just like annoyed. I'm still flabbergasted that it happened, because again, I'd had such a nice game with this person, and then they were just like trying to use my time with the clock because they had 5 minutes. And they're like, well, I wasn't going to enforce it just to keep me playing faster. And I'm just like, we're on a clock. I could enforce it now, you know. Surely if it's a smaller community, it should be a lot better police for angle shooters than angle grinders. Honestly, I don't think that's the case, you know. I think it's just a smaller community. Everybody knows everybody, and no one feels like they can call out anything. But I feel like there's just like a certain aspect of Age of Sigmar where the larger, the better players are practicing for certain events on an international scale, and they're practicing at singles, but they're not practicing their army or their skills against certain factions or whatever. They're practicing really toxic behavior, which should be one, eradicated from Warhammer, in my opinion. But it should also, if you are going to practice this, it should be exclusive to practice games where both people are privy to what's going to be happening, you know. Anyway, that's my rant. So if I end up someone puts me on a chess clock this weekend, and if they're from a certain team that want to practice because a certain other team has been problematic, I'm going to tell them to shove that clock up their ass. Anyway. It's just man-child behavior times precious. It is. But it just annoyed me, you know what I mean? As I said, like, fucking, I play Warhammer every week. I play Warhammer for a living, and I ain't having someone just fucking trying to, like, abuse a clock on me. Can't remember where the dice cat was from again. Well worth the investment. It's from Terrain. Tempest Terrain, my friend. It's called the Rapid Fire Dice Box. This is what I was using to count my dice. You're trying to sell them out, try out Magic the Gathering. They love angle shooting. That's what I said. I was like, this feels like I'm playing Magic the Gathering. You know? Why are you trying to, like, catch me out? How did you find the AOS at that level otherwise? Great. Everyone was really nice, you know? And even in spite of the situation that I'm referring to, my opponent was nice, you know? It's just I think they were nervous because I think they've been playing a little bit slow. They're running out of time. They didn't want to get chest death clocked. You know, so they started acting like a bit of a knob. But I kind of said to him, if you start acting like a knob, I don't let you use my time. I've had a lovely game with you so far, and up until this point, I've had a nice time. And if I go, I've got half an hour left, and you've got 30 seconds, I just go, yeah, it's fine, just play on my time. You know, you ask me nicely. If you start trying to abuse the clock to steal 3 seconds off me here and there, then I've got no spare for you when you run out. But yeah, like the event as a whole, I was playing on the top tables for the first day because obviously I won all 3 of my games. Every game I had was really good. You know, again, there was this one instance, and I said up until that point it was still good, but everyone else was really nice. You know, I always say to people, I walk up to a table and I say to people like, I'm looking to play a game of collaborative Warhammer. I will remind you of stuff that I can do in your turn or stuff that you need to watch out for. Or if you've got a decision, I'll try and help you make the right one. But I appreciate if you did the same for me, you know? Because like, I think Warhammer is too confusing and too complex to try and play a game perfectly without interacting with your opponent properly. So I'm a bit like, if someone's like, I might unbind a manifestation, I'm like, well, this one does this, this one does this, this one does this. I don't want you to get rid of this one, you know? Because ultimately, if they had half an hour to think about it, they'd work out which one they're going to unbind anyway, you know? I'm going to shoot this, I'm going to do a debuff on which unit, I don't know. I'm a bit like, well, you want to do it on this one, really, because that's the worst for me. Maybe that makes me lose games, but I'd rather them, like, make choices which are tactically optimal, and then it comes down to how every other choice, and if it all adds up, you know what I mean? I don't expect people to be able to make the right decision at the right time within like 20 seconds, you know, because of chess clocks, because of time, etc. I'm just a bit like, if they ask her, which one would you do? I'd be like, probably that one, dude. You know, which unit shall I attack? Probably that one. They've not fought yet, you know. Do you want to do this first before you go over here because you forgot this one? I don't want to catch you out. You know, I can't stand gotchas. I like to play games where both people are on the same page. They're both trying to play the best game possible. You know, it's just there's too much going on. You know, there's too much going on. It's too confusing. There's too much to think about. I can't be arsed to try and make tactical decisions and then getting gotcha'd afterwards. You know. Charge 60% of your army turn 1, 14-inch charge, no worries. That's me, to be fair. That's me. That is me, to be fair. It was quite funny because every game I did the same thing, right? Every game I did the same thing. And it wouldn't be 4 games out of 5, right? Was I have a 2-drop army, okay? 2 regiments. And in Age of Sigmar, it's whoever deploys first goes first, right? So I have a 2-drop army, and most people are running 3-drop. So usually I get to decide who goes first. So I make my opponent go first and deploy like 0.1 inch away whatever they could charge me turn 1, you know? They can only charge me if they've got a crazy like spell that I might not stop or something like that, you know? They might summon a manifestation. I can't stop that. But what I can do is go, where's your army going to deploy? I'm going to deploy 0.1 inch away. You're going to go first. I'm going to double turn you and kill all your shit and then win the game. That's just how it went. A lot of the games, you know? I mean, against the Ogres, it didn't quite work because they just like, they're so survivable, but I ended up winning that one anyway, you know? But against the Khorne round 1, I double turned and killed Bloodthirster. Against the Ogres, as I said, I double turned, didn't quite kill enough, but then I like took it on the chin. Game 3, I played against Zeech. I did the same thing, killed their flamers turn 1, and then I double turned and killed everything else, well, as much as I could anyway. Game 4, I tried that against Luminef. I didn't end up getting the double turn until quite late. Luminef was like a really hard one because they're so fast. Because they're fucking... The guy had like 2 foxes, and they move like 50 inches a turn if they get the right buff off. And Teclis auto cast spells on 10 and auto unbinds on 8s. So it's like, it's crazy. Threat range on my Gaunt Summoner Varangard Yeet Bomb was 41 inches. He has to go first and needs to cast a spell. Yeah, that's fair. That's why double 10 is bad. Without the double 10, I just lose games. You know, but then game 5, I did the same. I double turned and just killed loads of Trogs because I was playing against 18 Troggoths. Is that how they called Troggoths? The Gloomspike Git trolls. Where was this tournament? The tournament was at Hull. It was at Hull's Angels. But yeah, it was a good event. I did enjoy it. And I'm playing another one this weekend. I'm playing War in the Heartland. And again, I'm taking basically the same list. But I've made my Morghast a lot better. Didn't win a single priority. I rolled nothing but 2s. Have you tried rolling higher? You probably win the priority if you roll more than a 2. Try a 3. Maybe a 4. But anyway, there you go. That's my chat about like the different culture of Age of Sigmar. I think there's a bit of a toxic culture brewing. And I think it's just because Age of Sigmar is just such a young game compared to 40k. That's what I reckon. That's the only thing I can kind of like work out, or like that's the only thing I think it will be. Apart from a 2 counter charge. Yeah, people kept trying to counter charge me, and I have like the -2 charge buff aura. Very fun. But if you don't know my list, chat, I'll tell you a little bit about it, shall I? Shall I just bring up the picture and talk to you about it rather than going through the list? So this is the list I built at fucking 25 to 12 at a wedding. But as I said, it's a two drop. So the way the army functions is it goes down first, deploys out of range, and then double turns. And OBR are like deceptively tanky. A lot of people think they're like quite easy to kill, and then you revive them. They actually don't revive at all anymore, like hardly ever. There's like a couple of units that do, like the Nagash does, for example. Nagash brings unit back. Gothisar Harvesters can heal units. The Bone Shaper can heal a few units, but not great. It's actually just super tanky. You know? Do you have to bring the piece of terrain? No, and I actually think, considering most matchups I played, it's actually detrimental. Because what you can do, right? I'll do a little MS Paints for you. Okay. Do a little MS Paints for you. All right. Here's my terrain piece at the back of my board. Okay. Look at that. It's like you're there. It's like you're looking at a table. Who needs TTS to represent stuff? So what you can have is, like, let's say my units are here. Okay. These are my units. There's Archon. There's the horses. I'm border drawing now. You get the vibe, okay? You get the vibe. When you deep strike or arrive from reserve or teleport or whatever, the stipulation is you have to be more than 9, okay? More than 9 inches, okay? That looks like 11. Looks like 9, 11. 9 inches. But that is only from models that move, okay? Models that move. So this, more than 9. Okay. But terrain, you can deploy within 9. Alright. So if you draw 9 inches from here. Okay. Right. And let's say maybe there's an objective here. You know. Well, I'll do a dotted line so we can see. Normally, if they bring something in 9 inches away, they're like 9 inches from you. Okay. That's more than 9. So you can deep strike here, for example. We'll do red for the... We'll do blue for the enemy. They come here. they want to roll a charge, they got to roll a 9. Okay. Very annoying. Very annoying. Long charge. However, if you have a piece of terrain, okay, they can deep strike here. Because they're 9 inches away, you know, comfortably. For example. Now, this unit, if they roll anything less than a 9, they have failed the charge. They are sat in the middle of the board, they're dead. Alright? However, this unit down here, right, roll anything, they're in combat. Because when they are selected to charge, they can charge whilst within range of terrain. And if they end a charge within faction terrain, they count as in combat for it, for the combat phase only. So you could roll a double 1 or a 2, and you have made the charge. You're in combat, okay? And then you get to pile in 3 inches, and now your unit's over here, okay? But let's say you roll like a modest 5, okay? A modest 5, less than average, but you've got 5, okay? All you do is you charge 5 here, okay? Here's your unit. And then you pile in 3. You've just taken an objective. Why? Because your opponent, me, brought the fucking big, stupid fucking piece of terrain. The Nexus isn't impassable either, so you can charge through it. I didn't even know that. So you can charge straight over. But there you go. Because you didn't protect your piece of terrain, they used it to get a short charge. Which I think's stupid. I think he's so stupid. But I did it against my opponent. I did it against Little Ross, bless him. He had his big ogre pan here, right? His big ogre pan. It was like brewing some soup or something. We had baked beans in the pan. What is it? The Moor pot, is it called? Ogre Moor pot. Yeah, he had his little pan. Cooking some beans. You know, this thing. You know? And then you look at my drawing, it's like perfect. You know, you got the little hatch thing. You know, that's cute. There it is. There's my little Moor pot. But he had another piece of terrain just here, right? I think it was what's the Arcane Nexus? Is that what it's called? The +1 to casting. There, right? I brought on my little Terractic Court here, like so, 9 inches away from this, right? I charged, took this piece of terrain, and killed this one. You don't roll to charge units, you just roll to see what you can touch. Correct. Place of power, thank you. Yeah, there's Sigma. You don't select a target to charge. You just say you're charging, roll the dice and see what you can reach. Very different. But yeah, so my Terractic Court came over here, 9 inches away from all enemy models, but then tagged this terrain and got take their land really easily. But chat, I didn't realise, speaking of fucking the army, right? Terractic Cohort, this thing, the Warcry Warband, it has a rule called, let me find it, what it's called, let me find it. Terractic Cohort. Hunters Unleash. Pick this unit if it's outflanking the enemy unit, okay? Deployment phase, Predator's Cunning. Set up this unit in reserve, outflanking the enemy. It has now been deployed. Okay. And I was like, huh. This unit outflanks. That's so good. And by outflank, I mean it comes on a board edge. You know, because in my head, outflank is 6-inch board edge, more than 9 away from enemy models. Great unit. Great unit. 140 points, 2 wounds each, couple of attacks. Turns out that I'd not read the rest of it. It says set up this unit anywhere on the battlefield. It's just deep strike. And until game 5, I thought it was outflank as in board edge. So I'm trying to deploy it on a board edge, trying to see if I can grab objectives and stuff. I didn't realise it was just deep strike. Man, I need 2 of these units. They just deep strike 9 away anywhere on the board. And I was just like, yeah, they outflank, they come on the board edge. And everyone was like, wow, that's so good. I was like, yeah, great unit, comes on the board edge. Turns out it just deep strikes, just goes for it. Actually wild. Actually wild. So I wish I had 2. If I had another unit, I'd put another one in. So it's 2 regiments. We got Arkan the Black, actually goated. Actually a goated unit. I played against so many spellcasters this weekend, and Arkan is so goated. Wizard 3, so he can deny 3 spells and cast 3 spells. Curse of Years, which is an amazing spell. Curse of Years is so funny because you roll 10 dice. Every 6, you take a mortal wound. And then however many 6s you roll them again. And every 5, you take a mortal wound. And then every 4, you take a mortal wound. Every 3, until you get to 2. Actually so good. It's been nerfed since last edition, but I think it's still fine. But it's great. It's so good. But what he also has is a 14-inch aura of if you cast a spell against a Bone Reaper unit, on a 4-up it doesn't do anything. It's so good. And he's actually a bit of a monster in combat. He's actually really good in combat, considering he's not really a combat guy. 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, Ren 1, D3 damage with crits hits, and then 6 attacks, 4s and 2s. Razarak, not Rezarak. 2-2. But yeah, oh, it's 18, not 14. I keep thinking it's 14. If a friendly Ossiarch Bone Reaper unit, whole within 18 of this unit was picked as the target of a spell, roll a dice on a 4+, ignore the effect of that spell. So good. 3rd edition Null Myriad pre-final FAQ is something different. Magic Mare was the 2-up spell ignore. Yeah, so he does it on a 4, which I think is fine. You know. So he's so good. Love him. I've also got the Liege Cavalos. Liege Cavalos is a very blurry picture for some reason. Liege Cavalos, just a great unit. He's got the 2 upgrades. He's got the 5+ ward to make him super tanky. And then he's got the Helm of Tyranny, or whatever it's called. The -2 or 12-inch aura of -2 to charge with 5 Cavalos Death Riders. We've also got some Immortis Guard in the other detachment. Because I've got the Soul Mason, who's another 2-cast wizard. And he has a strike first spell, really good. Divergio Tactics, thank you. And they bring the Immortis Guard, who for every hero within 3, so Arkan, the Cavals, and the Soul Mason, adds 1 to ward rolls. Now, the downside is if you roll a 1, they take a mortal wound, but they add 1 to ward rolls. So now your Cavalos has a 4-up ward, but Arkan the Black has a 5-up ward as well, which is super handy. So now you just like got 4-ups and 5-ups on all your big characters, which is super nice. And then I've got a bunch of Mortek Guard. I've got a unit of 20, a unit of 10. I got the Morghast. Now, the Morghast I ran as the Archive, I think they're called. The 3-up ignore spell. 3-up ward against spells. Never came up. Didn't come up once. Didn't come up a single time. So I swapped them for this weekend for the 3d6 charge. I felt like that was going to be so good against the like Grave Tides and stuff. But then I forgot I've got 5 casts and I just kept on binding them. I was just like, off you go. Bye. The Grave Tide's rubbish when it fails a charge when it gets summoned. So I just went, yeah, off you go, mate. I don't need a 3-up ward with these because they fucking never got touched by a spell. And if they did on a 4-up, they ignored it. So I had a bit too much spell protection. So I feel like with a 3d6 charge, that'd be a lot better. I wish I had 4 of these. If I had 4, I'd probably run 4, but I only literally own 2. I'll probably try and get some more soon. And as I said, I mentioned the Teratic cohort, and then I'm using the base spells because I just think they're really good. This guy, the Shrieker, -1 ward within 12, OP. Yara could take a Purple Sun, Yara could take a Grave Tide, but fucking -1 ward just means all your army kills shit so fast. Shrieker is goated, yeah. The Carrion's good as well. The -5 to control score's great. The Nightmare Predator's fun, but the Shrieker's the best one. Yeah, the Shrieker's definitely the best one. Running them in 4 seems to be a done thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people are running Morghast in 4 because they're running Nagash, and Nagash can bring a whole unit back. So you're a bit like, okay, let's take a big horrible unit and yeet it and try and kill it. But I think in twos they work quite nicely, just because you can use them as like a bit of a side hammer rather than like the only hammer. Because my main hammer is the horses, actually, in fact, and the 20 guard. It's just buff economy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, Empowered Nadrite is obviously better on 4 dudes rather than 1. 2, sorry. So yeah, that was my list. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. Ark and the Black, so good. So good. So glad I put him on my list. So glad I painted him last week, finally, after having him for 5 years or whatever it is. Just a really, really enjoyable army. Nice little mix. You got like a lot of like a varied amount of units. Got a lot of play. And it's just like, it's like super defensive because the Relentless Disciplines, the little army-wide buffs that you can do from a hero, are really nice because they're like really flexible. So in the movement phase, you can either give everybody within 12 of a hero, so you choose a hero, everybody with 12 benefits this buff, either +2 move or retreat and not take any damage. Now, retreating and not taking any damage is good in certain situations, but the +2 move is like so good to make your army a lot faster. It means like your horses are moving 12, your Archive moving 12, and like Archer is moving 14. Then in the charge phase, you have +1 to charge. Obviously, that's obviously really good. Or you can give your melee weapons anti-charge. So your opponent's turn, you're just a bit like, looks like, anti-charge rend, sorry. Like your opponent's turn, you're kind of going, yeah, I'll take rend this turn. And then, to add for shits and giggles in the fight phase, everyone within 12 can have +1 to wound, so half your army's wounded on 3s or 2s. Or you can have a 5+ ward. So you can just go super aggressive or super offensive on the fly. And that's what makes them really good, I think. No matter what your opponent's doing, you have like a really nice answer for it. You kind of go, well, you're going to hit me hard this turn, so I'll take a 5 ward. Oh, actually, I've just charged you with everything. Everybody's going to get +1 to wound. I'm just going to try and kill you as fast as possible. So, the terrain is good. The terrain's just too big, I think. And it just, like, as we spoke about, it has that problem of being able to charge onto it. So, like, most people ignored it, but the good players went for it. But you can, like, make your half move. You can make a unit -1 to hit, which is really nice. You can make it -1 to cast, which is really nice. But yeah, I don't know if I'll use it every game. I'll take it with me again, but I don't know if I'll use it every game because technically you don't have to deploy it. Are you going to be doing some more events after War in the Heartlands? I don't have any other Age of Sigmar events lined up. The only event I have lined up at all is like June next year. I don't have any other ones lined up so far. But probably, yeah. I'm really enjoying Age of Sigmar. I was saying to someone at the weekend, I think with AOS, when I'm playing AOS, I don't miss anything from 40k, but when I'm playing 40k, sometimes I miss stuff from Age of Sigmar. Like, the reactiveness of Age of Sigmar is actually really enjoyable. Like, being able to counter-charge, being able to, like, cover in fire, being able to cast spells and stuff. I really like it. I think it's really, really fun, and I really like that aspect of Age of Sigmar. But when I'm playing 40k, I kind of miss it. I kind of miss counter-charge. I kind of miss all that defense and stuff. Whereas when I'm playing Age of Sigmar, I don't miss anything from 40k. So yeah, so that's my weekend. Again, I'm taking the same list. I'm taking the same list this weekend to the War in the Heartlands, barring the Morghast swap. So the Morghast will have the 3d6 charge instead, just so they can be a bit of a scarier unit. I was tempted to change my regiment from Mortis in Council to like the Cavalos one. But yeah, I just couldn't be bothered. I'll make sure. The Cavalos one would be nice because then it's like makes the horses even scary because currently I'm taking one which gives one wizard +1 to cast, which is nice. It means I can bring on my manifestations on nice and easy. But the Cavalos one would give my Liege Cavalos and the Cavalos Death Riders a pre-game move of 6. And that would really fuck with people. And then I'd just make them go first. I'm like, yeah, I can go. I'm going to Alpha you to 1, so better deploy defensively. And then they do, and then I'll go, right, I'm going first. And then they go, oh, well, you're going to make me go first. I'm going to play aggressively. And I'll be like, right, okay, I'm going first. Best have been nice to me. Just tuned in. I just told you. You told me I was starting fights with people. Because I spoke about that situation. Pre-game movie is nice. Yeah, it is. Can I edit my list? Chat would be immoral to edit my list now. Would it be immoral to change my list now? You do get in the tank. Never been in the tank. Don't know what a tank is. I just like to hold my ground, Lou. What can I say? Disable list editing. There you go. All done. Not using that list now. Anyway, that's my weekend and how AOS plays with chess clocks and bollocks. And that's it. So I'm going to be back tomorrow for the morning news. We are all done for today. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning for the morning news for an extra long stream. 40k players. Better tune in. It's going to be a big one. Okay. It's going to be a big one tomorrow. So don't miss out if you are interested in 40k. Tune in tomorrow. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. At Daki here. I'm not a fucking chat room, bro. This ain't a fucking chat room. You can just text him. You can just text him, bro. But yeah, so tomorrow's stream is going to be late on purpose. Okay? It's going to start a little later than usual. For good reason. Alright? So we're going to probably start around half 10, quarter to 11, I think. But I'll be setting up the stream in about 20 minutes. Daki, you here, bro. Brilliant. So I'm going to start a little bit later because Boyd's got some work to do in the morning. That's all I'm going to say. Boyd's got to get his story together. Alright? So thanks so much for watching this evening. Thank you to everyone who gifted a membership or a super chat. I really appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. Chat, legally I can't say what I'm doing tomorrow, but it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time tomorrow. Alright? So I'll be starting probably, let's say quarter to 11. Okay? Let's say quarter to 11 tomorrow. For good reason. I need some time to prepare. So thank you everyone who joined, who gifted, who super chatted. I really appreciate you all. And I'll be back tomorrow for an exciting stream, so make sure you don't miss it. And yeah, it's been fun tonight. Sorry it wasn't yesterday, but it's been good tonight. So thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, man, Edward, it's good, dude. Have fun. Love you all. And bye-bye. See you tomorrow. See you for the morning news. See you tomorrow. See you, love you. Bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Hope you had a nice time. Bye. Have a beautiful time. Bye. Hope you enjoy story time. See you tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. Don't miss it. 40k players. You've been begging it for months. And Professor Hellstorm's back tomorrow. See you, love you. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.